Phoenix Suns win 133-98, more like a gazillion and 2-98, right? Suns Worldwide's on the pod tonight, hanging out with me after another Suns win, 5 in a row. How you feeling, man?
Matt, I feel, just looking at the score bug there, 98-133. I never thought I'd see this day again, and I didn't think it was going to be this season, but this is it's like we're turning back the clock. It's starting to feel like a certain team again, so I'm feeling great.
It does, and we will talk about the jerseys too in the court, but those being back, this is, I feel like, the right team to kind of bring it back with. At the beginning of the season, I was thinking, I'm like, maybe it's too soon to bring it back, but it just feels right now with this team because they play as hard as that team did back in 2021.
Yeah, it fits the same vibe for sure. Yeah,
definitely. The Suns now 7-1 in the last 8 games, and they won 5 in a row. They're 8-5 right now. I think they're about 6th, 7th seed, depending on how they fare against. I think it's who's ahead of them in the standings right there. I think it's the Lakers.
I don't know.
Not the Lakers. Sorry,
it might be.
Yeah, I was just looking about it earlier. If you want to pull that up really quick.
I'll pull it up.
Minnesota Timberwolves had it right here.
Of course.
Yeah. So they are 7-4. The Suns are 8-5.
Yeah.
So however you want to, the math works there. The Suns are actually moving up in the standings. Exactly what you want to see as a Suns fan.
Yeah.
Let's get into this pod.
Session podcast, shooting the shit about the Suns since 2019.
Holy crap, the Suns are actually fun to watch, and they have been all year. They've been in close games early in the season, starting at 1-4, but now they are 8-5. Like I said, 7-1 in the last 8 games. This is an incredible start to a season where you really feel this is real, right? With the Suns, this is a real, genuine feeling that you feel like they can carry out the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Where do you see them before I get into the first question? I have just a quick pre-question. Maybe is it a prologue or epilogue or whatever it is right before the actual main story? I wanted to ask just your real feelings with this team. Does it feel real or not?
I think this very much does feel real. I kind of like where the Suns 7th seed, like we said. This is kind of where I had them finishing in the Western Conference for my prediction, anywhere from 7-2. Of course, a play-in spot there, but I think this is real, Matthew. I mean, this team is coming out night again, showing what this team can do. Obviously, we played up the banged up Pacers prayers up to Aaron. Was it Naismith that absolutely
got carried out, right?
That sucked. And of course, the Mavericks are shorthanded as well. But just seeing these guys put together wins, and they're good, productive ones too. It's not like last season, I think you guys mentioned in your last podcast where we were 8-1. But they weren't high quality wins, and Book mentioned that too earlier in that last season. But yeah, it just feels different, man. It might be the jerseys, but everything it's aligned. I feel aligned, Matt.
Yeah, I think we're all definitely aligned right now. And let's get into the first question. It's about Booker. We'll do his drop later, but let's get into a quick question about Booker.
Matthew, I've got to ask.
All right, so the MVP case for Devin Booker, is this going to be a thing soon? So do the Suns have to play like 25, 30 games before this thing starts to roll out into the media? Is this a thing that the Suns fans are going to be talking about, asking for on Twitter? Where's his MVP love? Because right now, 8-5, the Suns are, they're rolling right now, and they're going to take notice of, I feel like, the media coming weeks. Top 20, 15 in stats, top 10 in scoring, like, what does he have to do? Turnovers are bad right now for Booker. Other than that, his stats look great. What else does he have to do to kind of make his case for MVP right now? Because we have help with Dylan Brooks, but it's been Booker consistent all year long.
I think it's just continue to win games and be a higher seed in the Western Conference. I think that's the only thing that's really going to make the difference here for an MVP case. I think, 22, that he was the best player on the best team in the Western Conference, the best player in the NBA, and he still didn't win MVP. I still don't think the media is going to cling on to that just yet. Maybe this team springs up to like a top 5 team in the Western Conference, which we're just a couple bounces away, honestly, which is crazy. But yeah, I don't see that happening just yet. but I mean, somebody's gonna have to take notice at some point. But it is Devin Booker. We know how the media is towards him. Outside of Arizona, nobody gives a fuck about him.
Yeah, no one really gives a fuck, but right now the Suns fans absolutely do, and you can hear it in the crowd tonight. You know, let's talk about those the jerseys coming back from the finals run and the year after the Suns wore those Valley jerseys. They look nice. They're my favorite of all time. It makes me want to get one again. Even a Grayson Allen one. We'll talk about him in the burn book because something happened to him tonight. We'll talk about. But the fact that they brought those back earlier, like I said, I didn't think this would be the season to do it, but it just worked out great to come against a team against the Pacers, a 1-10 team coming in here where you knew it was going to be a blowout. Suns win by 40 points. And it's one of those things where you can just count on for this team to effortlessly play with a lot of effort, but it's effortless at times, obviously, right? These teams. Yeah. But it's a great blowout. It's a team that you want to just start off strong against. And I felt like they carried themselves through the whole game. And guys came through at random spots to really help this team kind of push to 30 and 40 points. But those jerseys and the court, are they your favorite of all time? Because I think they're my favorite of all time.
They are definitely my favorite of all time. I think my close second, though, is when they brought back the 90s theme for the 23 season. That's a close second. I also like our statement uniforms this year. I think that's definitely up there for me. And I like their previous ones, but I feel like at this point, like, I'm not gonna lie. After we got blown out in Game 7 against the Dallas Mavericks, I didn't want to see these uniforms ever again. And frankly, that season I was like, I kind of need a break from these. But now that they're back, I feel pretty good. And I'm kind of shocked this isn't like almost like a standard uniform for us. Like it's not just like part of the collection, but
it is now.
Vibes,
now that you said that, Ishbio, I'm sure is looking at Twitter and he's gonna probably keep these around. He has to be our alternative uniform. It has to stick around. For sure. Just before we move into the good jolly time of the game, whatever that segment is, Seth Logan and Hopkins let's say Booker isn't even close to MVP with SG and Jokic scorching. Exactly. Those two guys, it comes down to them. I'm just talking about conversation, really. Top 5. Top 5. It doesn't mean like the 3rd, 4th, and 5th guy on the ballot really has a chance to win, but I feel like he's going to be in the conversation. He's not going to win it. No way with those other two guys playing, but I just wanted to kind of bring it up and throw it out there. Yeah. Well, let's get into the bright side, guys. Let's get into the bright side, guys.
Tell me the bright side.
Would you like to go first on this? Because there's a lot of bright side takes that we can start with, but where do you want to start with tonight?
Mr. Dillon Brooks, absolutely cinematic performance tonight. 32 points, 12-18 from the field, 3-7 from 3. 5 free throws. I mean, if you guys watched the whole second quarter of this game, this was a free throw shootout. I almost fell asleep. Just kidding. This game was awesome. Nick Richards, honestly, I mean, 4 points. He had 6 free throws. Also Iguodala, a guy that I've been very hard on, Matthew, 17 points. And in the plus minus category, plus 52, like in 17 minutes. That's absolutely fucking incredible.
All right. Well, you named a few guys there, and I definitely had those on my bright side. So let's start with the first one, because I definitely want to talk to him about it. You know, it's been a while. We haven't really talked about Dillon Brooks. So let's play his drop and get on with it.
Dillon, the villain.
He finished with 32 points tonight. He had 24 points in the first half, beating his season high of 22 this year, only in the first half. You know, I love what he's doing out there, obviously, and with the bench, I feel like he's really getting those guys into even the end of the game where the third stringers are out there and the guys are cheering him on. Like he's leading that with his towel around his neck, talking to coaches. It's a really good vibe. Like just to think about last year and how the bench, like, you can just watch it going into the games and be like, dude, they don't like each other at all. But this team is just definitely different. But Dillon Brooks, man, he's getting a lot of shots off this year. And I think that the 3-point percentage right now at 31% is the second worst in his career. He's the first guy really behind Book that you want to take shots, I guess, and the only guy right now, right? Yeah. Or else who else do you have besides him? Because with Jalen Green out, someone else has to shoot those shots, right?
Grayson Allen.
Yep.
Mr. GA Hawkeye. Yeah. Like I said, Dylan Brooks he's done a great job just playing his role. I think everybody has an identity of what they need to do. It's very different from last year. Obviously, we as a Suns fan base from the outsiders and other fan bases, we get critiqued a lot for talking about vibes. Like it's a terrible, like it just doesn't matter. When you're in an 82 game season and you're traveling across the country, yeah, vibes definitely matter, because if me and Matthew, for example, didn't like each other and we didn't have good chemistry, this podcast would be absolutely terrible. Opposed to if it was the other way around, like it wouldn't be a good product. And it's the same for everything. It's the same with your 9-to-5 work job, and it's the same on the NBA court. If you don't have good chemistry, you're not going to have a good team.
Exactly. And you're trying to get some sparks flamed up in this relationship. And, are you of age? I don't know if you're of age. Are you of age?
I am 19.
You're 19, so that's good. Because I felt weird like drinking a beer and doing a pod with you if you were
cool.
17 or something like that. So
we're drinking over here too.
We'll stick with 19. Right? That's still pretty young. But and I kind of want to rephrase what I said. I don't think it's like the shots have to come from someone else. I just think coming into the season, Dylan Brooks was our second best player with Jalen Green hurt, but he was also like our second favorite player. Jalen Green, we didn't know what we had with him. Obviously, we saw the game and a half or game and a quarter, and there was a lot there that dissect. But going forward, it's like it's Devin Booker, it's Grayson Allen, then Dylan Brooks. He's gonna shoot the shots. So are you okay with that? And do you trust it? Because right now, 31% from three. He's taking the highest amount of threes right now in his career. He has the trigger. Can it be scary at times, you think?
I'm honestly, and this goes for every player on the Suns, whenever a shot goes up, I'm not like, no, don't shoot it. Like, we need that. We need guys to keep being aggressive if shots aren't falling, because that just matter if they're not going, and just having the confidence to believe that it's going to go in. That's all that matters to me. And that was my biggest sin with Ryan down at the start of the season when he wasn't taking threes. I was like, Ryan, when it comes to the regular season, you can't do that. You're going to have to shoot those. Like, it's just how it goes. And I'm going to say this too, because Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal have been on an absolute tear. And for everyone in here, there's going to be a point in the season where these guys kind of not really plateau, but kind of slow down a bit. And we're going to be like, let's see what we can trade for these guys. But no, just enjoy the season. Like I said, my slogan has been no expectations. And I feel like that's just kind of been a theme for everyone. Yeah. But yeah, just seeing people be aggressive. That's all that matters to me. I don't care if it's Dylan Brooks taking the shots or it's Isaiah Livers. Like, it's just nice to see. It's good to see, Matt.
It is. And you know what else is good to see is this guy coming through tonight. His first good game, I feel like, this season.
You know what I'm talking about. Iguodala.
Oso was 4 for 5 from the field. He had 10 points. He had 2 total rebounds. Hold on one second. That is the second half stat. So let me get that to you one more time. It's the 17 points. Excuse me. I was like, I swear he had more than that. But it was a big second half for him, obviously playing with the runs out there. He looked pretty dominant. But he was 7 of 9 from the field. He had 7 total rebounds, 1 offensive rebound, and 2 steals tonight, and 3 block shots. So that's 5 stocks, block shots and steals. It was his best game, I think. And there's always just something to say about like his defense and the defensive rating. It's weird because I was looking at the advanced stats again. I think I mentioned this a few times on the last few pods, where he is currently with like the best lineup right now, 20 plus played minutes this year. It has the best defensive rating at 90, and that's O'Neal, Allen, Richards, Gillespie, and Iguodala.
That's the best lineup.
Yeah. That's the best lineup right now when it comes to defensive rating for the Phoenix Suns. So he's thrown in there, and he's obviously a guy that we've had a hard time watching, but there's something there that Ott's seeing. And tonight it looked really good. I feel like he's maybe finding a groove, but the last 3 games, man, he's been a plus 14 total in 11.7 minutes per game, which that's good because the first 9 games he was averaging 17 minutes a game, which I think is too much. But the 11.7, that's perfect. 11, 12. Stick with that, and he's been shooting over 50% from the field. So something's kind of clicking. Did you see it tonight, and have you been seeing it the last few games?
I think tonight for sure was the peak for that. And yeah, this was also my other question because he was plus minus 52 tonight, And I guess that's the third highest plus minus in NBA history, according to Aussie Suns fans. So that was my question, because I was like, I don't know which is higher than 52, but that's definitely one of the highest I've personally seen. But yeah, I think just for Oso, I think it's just putting him in situations to be good. I think lineups are a big deal with Oso. When he's able to bring the ball up and facilitate and just kind of be like a Ben Simmons type role, but bigger, obviously. I think that's the best situation for Oso. There's still like a couple of questions I have with him that is kind of concerning offensively. I mean, he only really has like a couple moves. He's either going to beat you off the dribble and slam it home, and if he doesn't have that, he's going to do the push hook, and if that doesn't go in, that's the whole offensive bag right there. But yeah, like I said, it was good. Eddie Johnson mentioned it in the podcast, or not on the podcast, but on the broadcast tonight, where on the Jordan Goodwin absolute dime he threw on the pick and roll pass there, just looking for the ball and being aware. That was something that he mentioned. I guess Eddie used to just purposely throw the ball at people's heads if they weren't looking. Yeah, just it was good. I still think I want to see more out of Oso. Obviously, this is a great step in the right direction for sure. But yeah, I'm impressed with him.
I mean, he's been good. I feel like he's getting good minutes at the end of the first quarter and the second quarter, or in the beginning of the second quarter, where it kind of leads to good defense, where you kind of stop a team. At times when your best player's out of the game, usually Booker's out of the game by then to start the second quarter. The first half defense by the Phoenix Suns, it's been the best. It started out really bad in the first 4 or 5 games where they were down by 20. They were down deep early in the game, but recently, man, they're number 6 now in the league right now, giving up only 56.5 points to the opposition in the first half, which is incredible, because you wouldn't really think that just kind of looking at the first 4 or 5 games. So overall, I just think they can really figure out their lineups right now, especially with Jalen Green out. Mark Williams, that did not play tonight, who is a guy that's, I think, a fan favorite by now, doesn't put up gaudy stats, but is a good guy to kind of, to lean on defensively. But I think tonight, though, it was a little loose down underneath the paint for the Suns, giving up 8 offensive rebounds in the first quarter. That was a little rough, but I think the Suns are really good at kind of just picking up the mess and kind of cleaning up the little things here or there that make them, the good team that they are. I keep saying a good team. Do you think they're good or very good?
I think
Where are they at right now?
I think they're good. I think they're good right now. And I think what sports books had us at like 28 wins on the season. I think good's fair. I think that's a good spot to put them at.
All right, we'll stick it right there then, dude. Who else did you have? You listed a couple guys. You said Oso, Dylan Brooks, and who else were you actually looking into that you liked tonight?
My guy, Jay Goody, Jordan Goodwin, absolute force tonight. Am I reading this right? Jordan Goodwin had 10 rebounds?
Dude, Jordan Goodwin is just putting up stats up the arse, and he's surprising everybody. 10 points and 9 rebounds tonight. I'm seeing 9 rebounds.
ESPN
3 offensive rebounds.
10, but we can't trust them.
Yeah, I don't know if you can. I think they redid their box score I saw earlier. I haven't looked at them in a couple years because we use this Hoops OMG.
Okay.
And it has like quarter by quarter stats. It's awesome. But right now it's saying 9 rebounds. But Jordan Goodwin, huh? Are you buying high on him?
Am I bought in? Oh, I've been bought on Jordan Goodwin. I was bought in when he first came here in Phoenix. I was very sad when we let him go. That is my guy. Love Jordan. 6 assists too. That's almost a triple double, honestly.
How many steals in the chat? 1 steal. I feel like he has 3 steals or 3 forced turnovers.
I think he's just in the area. Whenever a steal is there with the ball, so there's Jordan Goodwin and there's Dylan Brooks or Ryan Dunn. Just absolute menaces on defense, and it's nice to see this team just be so active on defense and have this energy. And it's just going to be much needed, especially in an 82 game season.
I mean, allow me to reintroduce. Oh, I played that a little early. I already ruined the surprise, guys. Let's just get into it.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Big Dick Booker.
That's the first time a surprise drop ever happened on the Suns Jam, but it is Big Dick Booker. I think, what was Kevin Ray saying tonight about Nick Richards? Big Nick energy out there. Is he allowed to say that on Channel 3 TV? Family? Arizona family?
I think it's fine.
Okay.
I can speak for the youthful bunch. We're okay with that. We're fine with that.
All right, so we're not going to wake up tomorrow and he's axed. I hope not, because
I hope not.
Him and AJ are very sweet to listen to.
Amazing, underrated broadcast.
Yeah, I think. I mean, what really caught you, or what really caught your eye from Book tonight? I want to get into the third quarter, but was there something else that was really going on tonight, or is he just all overall just the MVP caliber player that we all think he is right now?
I think we should ask Isaiah Jackson what his thoughts are on Devin Booker. He absolutely went right at him.
He said he was all right.
He's good. Yep.
I'm good. I'm cool.
It was awesome. It was great to see. I almost was like, what year is this? Like, it's good to see that dog is waking up. That Cane Corso, no Devin Booker pun intended. Seeing that wake up inside of him, it's great to see. That is the guy I knew coming out of Kentucky was gonna. Oh shit, 3 of 10 from 3 tonight. Book. God. Okay, I'm just looking at the box score here. Yikes. All right, that's fine.
But you do that with him, where you look at the box score and you're like, hold on, I thought, because he hit big threes tonight, and I didn't notice the 7 he missed.
I didn't know he got 10.
That's the way it is. But that's the way it is. It's like if the guy is grooving, he's looking good, and the body language is checking out, the stats don't matter. He can go 3 for 20, and those 3 shots that he made were big shots in a game like tonight, where you put up the stats.
Yeah, I guess I didn't even know he had 10 3-point attempts tonight. Guess that flew past my head. But yeah, 33 points, 5 boards, 7 assists, 1 turnover. Like we said earlier, turnovers with Buck have been kind of a questionable thing. So seeing that be down is very awesome, because that's the only like burn Book thing I had for Book, was just the turnovers overall this season. But yeah, overall great performance. And the biggest thing for me, Matthew, I said this on my last YouTube video, but I think seeing these guys not have to play a full 48 minutes of basketball to win and fight to try to win a game is awesome. Seeing that you can have your star guys and starters sit in the fourth quarter and still comfortably win a game that's a big thing. That's a big thing for me. That's my biggest takeaway so far this season.
Yeah, I mean, even last night's game against the Mavericks, it's a team that was dying and they're searching for something. Obviously, I think they're evaluating the players over the next month. That team's just in hell or purgatory, one of the two, between this season and next season, because they don't know what they're doing, and it's hard to watch. And I think the Suns really escaped one last night, but came back into this game making sure they didn't make the same mistakes where they're in a dogfight in the last 5 minutes. So that was great for the Suns to get up big, because you just have to have that energy. Those guys in third stringers came in, had energy, were fumbling the ball a little bit. But I want to finish too on Book too, getting to the line. So right now he's at a career high with free throw attempts with 7.8. He was short of that tonight. He was 6 for 6, but him getting to the line is huge. I think him and Jalen Green, when Jalen Green comes back in a month or so, that's going to be big for this team to really get to the free throw line. I know Dylan Brooks has this weird turnaround shot. He gets every foul call on. Like, it's crazy how much calls he's getting a game, but that's how he gets his points. But yeah, just the third quarter too from Devin Booker. I mean, it was a 12-point lead for the Suns, and it looked like the offense was stagnant. Then all of a sudden, Booker just comes in 9 straight points. Basically, and he gets his team off to, kind of like the game-ending run where he had 16 in the third quarter to end. But the trash talking was there, like you said, and there was just a lot going on where Book was like, I'm just going to take over. I'm going to finish this game, and he did in the third quarter. So it's good to see that they didn't wait very long to give him the keys, because it seemed like the offense was just looking for a score, and Booker just stepped up, and he hit that big step-up 3 and was balling out, dude, getting to the line and ones. It looked great, right?
Yeah, awesome. And I think a huge thing is, too, seeing Book just close out games is always awesome to see, because I feel like sometimes he just kind of gets passive and he just gets terrible looks at the end of games. But yeah, shout out to, once again, Dylan Brooks. I mean, he just took over the scoring responsibility for the whole first half of the game, and then Book just kind of took over for the second half of the game. So kind of a 1A, 1B thing. That we wish we would have saw a couple years ago, but here we are. It's nice. I guess I don't have anything more on Book. It's just, that's Book.
Yeah, I really thought we weren't going to talk about him too much tonight, because Dylan Brooks really took over, but Booker's like, hold on, I got to have the game.
He kind of snuck up
points. Yeah, he really did, and he outscored him by 1 point. He had 33 points, and Brooks had the 32. So he's like, I got to get mine. I can't have Brooks outscore me. He's kind of searching for that, maybe searching for a top 5 points per game lead in the NBA. That'd be awesome from him. It would make sense if he could, because he's been scoring right now. Did you have anything else that was good from the game? I want to get into the burn Book. There's not much there, but did you have anything else that that you loved from the game before we get into the bad stuff?
No, I don't think so. I think we can get to the burn Book.
You sure?
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm only saying you sure because I couldn't find the drop. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Suns Jam session. Burn book.
The Suns Jam session.
All right, the only thing I can think of really is a Grayson Allen injury. So it sounded like there was a knee or a hip contusion, correct?
Mhm.
So he was just not going to return to the game. Doesn't sound like anything too crazy, but it was kind of disheartening a little bit because the injuries are going to come and go this season.
Yeah.
But when a guy like Grayson Allen is just making a name for himself, where I want to buy his jersey, the new Valley jersey, it's sucked to see him get hurt and have to leave the game, right?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I always hate to see it, but yeah, injuries are going to come and go. I have two things to add to the burn book tonight.
Oh my god, how dare you, dude? What do you got?
They're not even anything to do with like on court stuff. So
okay.
Yeah. One thing that just really gets on my nerves, the white socks with the all black jerseys, that is something that I don't know. Like, are they not allowed to wear like all black anymore? Like, is that just a thing of the past, or
I don't know. I want to say no. I want to say that they actually took that away from them, but I'm not sure because the NBA. I feel like the NBA lets them have style, so I would be surprised if they didn't let them wear black socks.
Yeah, it was weird. I saw these guys. I was expecting all black because I'm a weird like accessory dude when it comes to on court stuff. It's strange. But yeah, I noticed it with the statement uniforms as well. They were wearing all white. I was like, what is happening here? This is weird. And then tonight the black leg sleeves and then the white socks. That was just, I was like, this looks really tacky. Like, this doesn't look right at all. I don't know if that's something you noticed, but I was like, this is weird.
I didn't notice that. I never look at shoes or socks. So unless someone actually puts a post or puts a picture up on Twitter of Devin Booker wearing his shoes and new books, I never notice him when he's playing the game. Like, John's that guy. He notices all the shoes. He has his shoes.
Yeah.
I never look at feet. Like, my girlfriend gets her nails done on the toes or whatever it's called. I don't notice it unless she points it out. It's just one of those things I just don't look at. I don't know. I'm always just looking. I'm trying to survive out in this world. I have to look up for pterodactyls. I don't know what else is going on.
I guess you don't have a foot fetish, so I guess that's a positive thing.
Maybe that's why I'm scared to look, because I might. Who knows?
Might get addicted. Don't get hooked. Nobody likes a quitter.
All right. Well, I'm a quitter.
The second burn book thing was everybody I'm assuming was watching on League Pass. They kind of cut off there for like, what was like 3 minutes or whatever. That kind of sucked, but yeah. If that's the things I bring to the burn book, I think this is a great night.
Oh yeah, I mean it's almost like I just had to force myself to write something in there, and it had to do with an injury, something that we couldn't really help. It's just something that the Suns couldn't help, and I think really moving forward, the injuries have been an issue, but you got to think this team, even with injuries, are playing so awesome, like all over the place. I want to see all these guys. I mean, Fleming came in with a nice reverse dunk. Come on is one guy, and I'm not even gonna play their drops, obviously, but he's just far away from it. It's gonna take a long time for that guy, but I'd love to see him in garbage minutes. I guess now I kind of wanted him to kind of be in the game when Gillespie's in there and we're up by like 15 or 16, just to see what he looks like a few minutes. But it's not gonna be there, man, because it's a slow roll. It's gonna be something that's gonna take some time.
Yeah, it's that's like the only thing that I'm still like, I'm sure we'll see later on in the season, but I just want to see like these younger guys playing minutes where they can actually contribute and make a difference in a game, if it's good or bad, just so they can get that experience. But other than that, like, I'm fine with what's happening when the rotations.
Yeah, and I wanted to know too. I had to watch a Boomer Esiason like terrible show while it was boring. It was like all of a sudden it was like Sunday Mass, and I had to watch that instead of the Suns game. So I don't know what else everybody else got on there, but I mean, Sunday Mass is not terrible. It's just boring. You know what I mean? But yeah. Anyways, so before we move on, anything else from the game? Because I'll get into Subreddit if you don't have anything else.
Aussie Suns fan has something for their burn book. He said no Phoenix Suns merch on this podcast.
Really?
What does he mean by that?
Like this? Well, this is my Phoenix hat right here.
I have my own.
And then I have my shirt from last year's media day on here.
I was like, this is actually like a Valley like theme sort of thing, but I don't know what he means.
Burn book not wearing Valley jerseys every game. I wish I can. I just want a Booker Valley jersey. And I don't know how people have money to fucking buy jerseys. So
I think they sports bet.
Oh, that, you know what? I put in a bet. And I do want to get into, because I think the subreddit stakeout is going to be No, this is brought to you by somebody else. Before we get into that, though, this pod is brought to you by FanDuel. And I wanted to get into my bet from yesterday because I had $10 on. So I never bet, but I used FanDuel. And my friend, we were at lunch and we are talking about the Suns game that night. And I'm like, you know what? I feel like it's going to be a tough game from the Suns. I think Flag's going to come out hot. So I bet Flag first bucket. I bet him over 25 points, and I bet the Pistons to win outright, which they've been my team.
Yeah.
Like, from before the season, I'm like, this team's going to the Eastern Conference Finals. I pick them in last night's bet, but it's like $10 a bet, and you win 1,000. I'm like, oh fuck, dude, I'm gonna win 1,000. What am I gonna do with all this money? So I was thinking about what to do when I win.
Could have bought that Booker jersey.
Yes, exactly. And I did think about that, or PS5, but I was thinking, I'm like. My friend was like, don't ever pick the first bucket. I'm like, no, I'll win this because Flag's going to come out, hit the first shot. The crowd's going to be going crazy. The Suns are going to have a hard time in the first. And they kind of did. They came out flaming, but he was the one that assisted the first shot. And then he got like 16 points because he missed everything. Like, he had good looks, but I think he has a fucked up shoulder or something. But yeah, FanDuel. I mean, if you want to believe in the future and just think that you have fake money, like, that's the place for you to go. Because I seriously thought, I had it. So.
The Suns Jam Session Subreddit Stakeout.
All right. So, dude, that's the wrong one. Here we go. Subreddit Stakeout. Oh, we got two invisible men hanging out in the subreddit. Suns Worldwide. He must have been invisible. Are we both naked and invisible right now? What's going on?
I have clothes on.
Oh, okay. You're just underneath your desk? Okay. Well, Subreddit Stakeout's brought to you by Nettles Air Conditioner. Go buy yourself a big unit. Let's see. So there were quite a lot of comments, just like devastated fans, obviously, being a Pacers fan this year after making the finals. But there was one about Dylan Brooks right off the bat. Brooks is a dirty little bitch. So that's a fair point, right? Did you have anything from Subreddit?
No, I did not.
Oh, you're just hanging out as Invisible Man? Okay.
Yeah, I went and I was hiding with you too.
Okay, well, I'm not hiding. I'm super invisible.
Oh.
It's just all in the mind, man. We have more powers than we know. Chippiest game of the year so far. This game did start off really chippy. I think there was 4 technicals in the first half? Yeah, we'll just agree with that. It's depressing how bad we are at such amazing jerseys. Did you like the Pacers jerseys? Because I liked them. But
I did really enjoy them. They were cool.
Yeah, okay. So I wasn't the only one. The rest giving Brooks and Siakam therapy. Haha. Like, I feel like he was in between those two quite some time.
Yeah.
Trying to break them up. Dude, this lineup is so buns. I think every lineup they threw out there just due to injury is buns right now. Starting to think we might be bad. Yeah, that's happened a lot. 1 and 11 now. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not good.
No, not at all. And the last one I had is the tank is starting to feel like destiny at this point.
The Suns Jam Session Subreddit Stakeout.
Hey, we're both back and we both have our clothes on now. We're not invisible.
Yep.
So
I had my clothes
great.
on. I was just super invisible.
All right. Well, that's good to know. Well, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. Please subscribe to the podcast. We're going to go ahead and jump into the Jam Star. And I think we're going to have a tough time figuring this one out.
Jam Star of the Game.
Like I said, subscribe, just love the pod. Make sure you share us. John obviously is off tonight. He was at the game tonight with his wife, my sister, having a good old time watching the Suns beat down the Pacers. Tonight, I'm going to have to give the Jam Star to Oso Ighodaro. I'm just going to go first. Sorry, ladies first. Oso, last night I gave it to Ryan Dunn. Tonight's Oso. What's going on with me, man? Who do you have?
Yeah, this is very off for you. The sophomores are impressing. Awesome. Love to see that.
Coming through.
I'm going to give it to Dylan Brooks. I'm going to give it to the villain. Absolute. He's back to being a motherfucker, as someone else on this podcast would say. I feel like we haven't seen that from Brooks in a minute, but he's obviously just coming back to the show. Yeah, Dylan Brooks, absolute masterclass. Love it.
Alrighty. No, I can agree with it. And I think a lot of people in the chat too Believe with you or believe in you and your answer. Juan Carlos Senorita says Dylan Brooks. Michael Kolb says Oso all day. Give him his flowers. I definitely did. Saul Soto says Jamstar equals DB, Dylan Brooks or Devin Booker. Aussie Suns fans, thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. Jamstar, cannot believe I will say this. Dylan Brooks. He was incredible. His shot, though, was like throwing the wadded paper into the trash, right?
It is super weird. And on NBA 2K, it's even worse.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
I can't imagine. I got to play that game. I want to get a PS5 so bad and play. God.
Just keep betting. Use FanDuel, guys.
All right, I'll keep betting. I'm going to keep betting. I want to win $1,000. Seth Logan Hopkins says, got to be Brooks. Totally agree. Close one by D Thompson 2321 says, close one might have to Nigel Hayes Davis for Jamstar. Wow.
I guess I was not watching the same game as you.
No, but he does have awesome hair, and his post-game little thing with his friends going to the movies and stuff is pretty funny. You like his hair right now? No, before he had like the antennas. Now the antennas are gone, so I don't know. That guy looks like he can look into your soul. He might be the first alien to reveal himself.
Yeah,
he is definitely a different human being.
I feel like he's like stuck in the 1980s, but he's here in 2025.
Yeah, no, I know. It's one of those things where he comes in, but he's not the guy you thought he was going to be hitting shots. He's just going to get garbage minutes right now, which is fine because we have other guys stepping up.
I'm cool with that.
Up next, not till Sunday night, they play the Atlanta Hawks. Going into that game, man, the Atlanta Hawks right now, so they're without Trae Young. They haven't had him for like the last 5 games, but Jalen Johnson's really stepping up for that team. He's averaging 20 points per game, shooting high 58% from the field. A guy maybe you can build a team around. I think I do this every up next segment where I talk about trading a player. Trae Young. Yep. Trae Young, Anthony Davis, 2 guys that are going before the trade deadline, right?
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be interesting for sure. But I also was going to bring up Trae Young, and I kind of have a question for the chat and for you. How would you think of Trae Young in a Phoenix Suns uniform?
Well, so we did the trade podcast after the season that we normally do, and I had Trae Young coming for Kevin Durant.
Okay.
So there's 2 names, Trae Young and Ja Morant. And I talked to him before too. Those are 2 guys that are going to be on the move. I feel like they have to. Like the Hawks are winning without Trae. They were 4-5 with them, or 3-5 or something like that. And the Hawks ever since then, like they've been up there where it comes to steals. Defensively, they've been playing better. They're 3rd in assists per game since the beginning of the month. Like they've been a team that is ready to get rid of him. And I don't know if I want him or I don't know if I would want Ja right now with this team. I just don't want to mess up the chemistry. Yeah, I think for Jalen Green, it would just destroy him to leave again and then to have another guy. But Ja, I feel like matches this team better though, right, than Trae, don't you think?
I don't know. They're both kind of like tricky players to like throw into a different team. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know how Ja Morant would fit in here. His shooting ability kind of scares me a little bit. And he's suffered some injuries attacking the basket, so that's kind of another thing for me. I think I would rather have Trae Young, honestly. And not just because I saw that in the chat there, but I think just as a point guard, I think he'd be better. I think he'd be overall fit better. He'd generate more 3-point looks. I don't know. I mean, I think at some point you're going to have to add another like secondary player alongside Book. I don't know if Jalen Green is going to be that guy yet, or if that's a guy you use to get that secondary dude. But I think it's definitely a question to bring to the table for sure.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat right now are saying they would take Trae. Saul Soto says I would prefer Young of the 2, but AD would fit better if he were healthy. That's tough. Like these guys right now that are on the trading block, they're guys that there's so many questions around, and it's just hard to kind of to buy in if like you're the Pistons or you're a team that's really like on the cusp of like being in the finals, like a team that can actually make it through a few rounds, maybe to the conference finals. Like, do you go after one of these guys? I think Trae Young is awesome. I do, and I obviously want him at the beginning of the season just to put him next to Devin Booker and be a true point guard. I don't know. It's tough because even Trae Young, he's making more money than Ja. Ja for Jalen Green would be straight up. If it's Trae Young, it's gonna be Jalen Green plus another asset. Like, I just don't think you do it right now. I think other teams out there would suit their interest. Maybe the Golden State probably pulls off one of these guys. I think they're gonna do that because the whole talk in the locker room right now is about being selfish, and they're gonna have to do something.
Anthony Davis, maybe.
Yeah, or even Trae Young, like another shooter.
Yeah, next to Curry could be interesting. But yeah, I kind of agree with Aussie Suns fan here. Like if the Suns were to like make a much needed trade, it would be a power forward for sure.
Yeah,
just to add some more.
Oh yeah, there. I think so too. And I don't know, man. I think you just kind of don't screw this up and just wait for the perfect guy. Don't rush it,
you don't need to rush it. You don't have to rush this at all. I mean, especially if you're trying to rush for Trae Young and John Morant. Like, there's definitely going to be better, younger options in the coming years. Like, just build this out, build your foundation, find what guys you need to help compete towards a contender. Oddballs out. That's it. That's all I got for that.
Yeah. So I just threw you off of there. Well, you know what, guys? I think that the Suns right now, 8-5, they're looking great. There's going to be a lot of talk out there probably about trade bait, and I think that the Suns are going to be at the top of the list for a lot of media guys that are going to throw them out there just because we're 8-5 now. We just need Devin Booker star next to him. Mm-hmm. But it's more about that. I think it's about the team chemistry, the way that the team has brought the fans back, and how we back this team. We're not the Dallas Mavericks right now who are struggling. Nope. A lot of these teams, the Clippers right now, who are struggling. Like, there's a lot of teams out west. The Suns were supposed to be behind in the standings. Right now, they're ahead of both of those teams. And they're probably going to leave them for good coming soon because the Clippers right now, the Mavs are going to fall out of the standings. They're going to probably be out of the play-in. You have teams like the Portland Trailblazers who are moving up. The Suns are moving up. The Kings are falling out. They're going to stay out. I kind of predicted that already. But the Suns have kind of established themselves as at least a top 10 team, don't you think? Before we got out of here, they're a top 10 team out west.
Yeah, for sure.
And I for sure see them making at least a play-in.
Yeah, most definitely. And this just kind of goes to show for everyone here, the NBA is so wide open anymore. Like, it's not like Golden State or Cleveland are going to the finals. Like, it's not that anymore. Like, we saw the Pacers last year at the deadline. They looked like a team that could miss the playoffs, and then boom, Game 7 right there on the biggest stage. If all the look who it is.
Look at my sister Shannon Lissy is on the podcast joining us after the game. How did it go, Shannon?
Whoa. That was fun, huh?
Yeah, it was fun. We had a blackout in the fourth quarter for about maybe 5 minutes. But how was it starting the fourth quarter there? Because we totally missed the whole beginning of the
we
fourth
scored
quarter.
20 points before they scored 1.
We came back and EJ was like, this Suns team was to make sure they buckled down. I was like, what's going on? And I looked at there was like 13-0 to start the fourth quarter. I'm like, what are you talking about, EJ? You crazy, dude. Trying to keep us just in tune.
Dude, it was insane. I had a bunch of Pacers fans around me. Unfortunately for them, they started off loud and strong because they were dominating the interior glass. But as time progressed, there's nothing they could do. The Suns just were relentless. The depth is clearly shot for the Pacers. And it was a fun night in the Valley. Yeah,
I think that 8-5. We just talked about almost everything we can probably cover.
Yeah,
but 8-5. You just feeling like this is obviously a top 8 team, top 10 team out west with like the Mavericks and
who have we really beat? I'll just say that. I don't want to shit in anybody's cereal, but like we beat the Spurs.
Oh, we did, but we're the first ones to stop Wemby though. We figured that out before everybody else did,
but like
right?
we beat the Clippers. The Clippers are ass. Dallas was the worst 3-point shooting team until we played the Pacers, who are the worst 3-point shooting team. So I get it. Like you're supposed to be doing what you're doing right now. And that's a good thing. And with that, I'm just going to fade away. I love you guys.
Well, have a good night.
Isn't that hat nice?
Good notch, everybody. That is beautiful. I didn't even notice it right now.
John, I do have a question for you.
Fire away.
Did you go as Bruce Wayne or Batman tonight?
Oh, I was totally Bruce Wayne.
He was the naked invisible man at the game.
Yeah. I was just like,
no one could see me. He's all, no one.
One time I was like, where is she? And everybody's like, what? And I was like,
what is wrong with this guy?
I have no idea. No. I act like, I'm like, yeah, where is she? Everyone wants to know where she is. All right, guys. Appreciate it.
All right. See you, man. Peace out. All right. Suns Worldwide. We did a good job tonight. I feel like holding it down. It was a great podcast, great game, great season, great life, great everything you want.
Everything's great.
Everybody out there right now, just envision what you want. You'll get it. And that's an 8-5 start for the Phoenix Suns. nothing else more than I don't think I want anything else but a PS5 for Christmas. Suns Worldwide, let everybody know where to follow you and your up and coming business you got going on with shorts and everything you got going on YouTube.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you guys can check me out. Suns Worldwide. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, all that. I actually do have a shirt in the back here. I'll show you guys.
Let me see it. That's awesome. Can I get one? Can you just buy me one?
You can. I'll get you a PS5 as well. So that's where we're at it.
Those are cool.
Like the globe thing going on, basketball
Okay.
outline. Nothing too exciting. You can go on sunsworldwide.com in the coming future here and find that. But yeah, great pod. Like you said, life's great. My hair is not, it's still blonde, so that means I'm not stressed out. Yeah, here we are.
All right. Well, I can see myself wearing that shirt, walking down the mall and hanging out and just like walking around store to store. I don't know why I said that. But anyways, everybody, thank you so much. Love you guys so much. Make sure to like, subscribe. We will be back Sunday night after the Atlanta Hawks game. John will be back too. And everyone, make sure to go home. Love.
Hey, you're listening to the Suns Jam Session podcast, shooting the shit about the Suns since 2019.